Hello there, internet. Leather Jacket Douche coming at you with another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. It's cold, so I'm wearing a jacket in case you're wondering. And today we're going to showcase some good old Deep. Deep is back, ladies and gentlemen, in a deck called Espetos. I know my Spanish audience will probably get that reference, at least the Southerners, as we have a Bilge Water Shadow Owls deck. I know, right? Like one of the first decks that I showcased that's actually not Shurima, because believe it or not, Deep got some tools, and while many of us saw that Sea Scarab could potentially be a downgrade to the Deep archetype just because it would enter the pool of Slaughter Dogs, which means Slaughter Dogs can now get you a 4-5, which is technically by far the worst pull there. But one of the key things that Sea Scarab brings to the table is an engine that allows us to toss, right? He's a toss engine. That's why he's so understated. And that's why he's so crucial in this deck, because the reality is this card right here, which we didn't know of until very recently, the Lost Riches, is really low-key very powerful. And we have, like, Deep has taken a new direction, and that is, this specific variant is more of a treasure Deep deck than just a pure Deep deck, because we are focusing on getting a bunch of treasures in the late game. And in case you don't know, treasures are very powerful cards. 5 mana slow speed spells. You have the Treasure Trove, which creates 5 random cards in hand that can cost 0 mana and are fleeting. You can play the Plateworm Egg, which is arguably one of the most powerful. It can summon 3 Vicious Plateworms, which become 8/8 with Fearsomes if you're Deep, basically. And then you have the Keelbreaker, which deals 5 to all units, so a very, very powerful form of AoE, even though it's kind of like a bad pick your bags, but whatever, right? Still pretty good. So the idea is we're going to be drawing these powerful ass spells in the late game thanks to Lost Riches after we've gone deep, and we generate treasures in our deck, so then we can get value out of our toss cards even when we have gone deep. And that is the premise of this deck. We have a full set of Nautilus as our prime champion right here, alongside a full set of the Devourer and a couple of copies of Abyssal Eye. As you guys can see, the amount of Deep units that I'm playing is actually quite minimum. The reasoning behind that is because we're focusing more on, like I said, the treasure aspect of it, right? We're also focusing a lot on Maokai as well. In my experience, even though we used to be playing Jaw Hunters, which is something that we're not playing right now, and that may throw a lot of people off, right? But I believe Jaw Hunters are not really that good in this meta because Twisted Fate is very prevalent, and anything with 1 health can be a little bit precarious. I don't know if I use that word right, but whatever. It can be a liability. And even though Jaw Hunters give us sea monsters to work with in the late game, a lot of times with Nautilus on the board and these sea monsters right here, and the ones that we are generating with Slaughter Dogs, it is generally speaking enough, right? We could be playing a 3rd copy of Abyssal Eye, or one card that I would like to run in the deck is the Shipwreck Hoarder, right? But then you can argue like maybe removing the box. This is more of a tech for Twisted Fate Fizz. For Twisted Fate Fizz, Maokai is actually more relevant than Nautilus. Maokai single-handedly beats that deck if you are able to level him up fast enough. If you level up Maokai fast enough, you turn their leveled up Twisted Fate into a problem, because they will draw an extra card every turn with the blue card, which means that they are on the clock. They're going to mill themselves. That entire deck is about drawing. So once you obliterate most of their deck, they're pretty much left defenseless. And it's really nice to have a deck that matches so well against that. Even though it is a very good counter, that deck can still outpace us, which is why cards like the Box and Withering Will are very important, right? Deadbloom Wanderer also provides us with some very key lifesteal, as Slaughter Dogs helps us really speed up the process and apply pressure to slower paced builds like Trondo Lysandra. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the deck list right there. Like I said, there is an argument for this deck having 2 little copies of sea monsters, but we are basing our strategy more on treasures than sea monsters specifically. And while sometimes we do feel the absence of Jaw Hunters, Sea Scarab is a very nice engine that I have had a lot of fun with, and that really turbo leveled up Maokai. I was hoping I would phrase that properly. So there are different, like, what's exciting about this archetype is that there's different ways we can build this, right? We can still focus on the treasure synergy, but we can incorporate more sea monsters. We can even try to build a variant without Nautilus. Maybe Nautilus is ultimately not necessary, and we can focus more on the toss mechanic with Lost Riches. Like there's several different approaches towards it, and that's basically where I'll leave it at. So I think today's gameplay is interesting, to put it in one term. Pretty long games. Hopefully you guys enjoy it regardless, and that's basically all I have to say. Have a swell day. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. I do post a new deck every single day, and I master the outro and everything. Go me. Pat on the back. Good job, Miguel. Have a good one. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, let's go deep and try to climb out of these deep ranks, man. Oh my lord. I've tanked my rank. I was in Diamond 2, and then I tried things. Don't try things. Don't ever try things. We gotta take... Well, I was a bit thrown off at first, guys. I'm like, this is Fizz, Twisted Fate. But no, it's Bilgewater Shurima with Twisted Fate. I have no idea what I'm facing. Like, actually no idea whatsoever. So I'm gonna drop this Thorny Toad right here. I'm gonna keep everything else, honestly. Like, it's okay if I have 2 drops. They are... early game units. My opponent could be hyper aggro for all I know. So Horny Toad here could be life-saving.
We can always rely on you to keep us safe. I turn it like so.
Alright, Horny Toad. Protect. I could play I should probably play the Sea Scarab now. I like the idea of playing the Sea Scarab earlier on because I want to be triggering his ability. This new toy is actually really, really, really good. Every chance that I have to toss, I'll take it. Look at that triple toss, baby.
The Blessed Isles live through me.
And now I'm going Maokai.
You are not wanted here, intruder.
Like that's ever stopped me.
Alright, Twisted Fate is always a threat. So we gotta respect his authority. I wonder if he'll go for it immediately. Oh. Will he go for the, I mean, I would assume he's going for the level up effective immediately. But the thing is, do you want to be doing that against Maokai, really?
Protect our grove.
Gotta go with the flow.
I guess
You can win them all. It's crazy how consistently people are leveling up to Fate in like one turn now. It's actually pretty insane.
Eyes open. Something for all of you.
Try again.
Let's throw one of your mana gems. I don't understand that play. I really don't. So I guess it's just another variant of TF Fizz. It's just somebody trying to be original. Oh my god.
I don't want to meet whatever woke you up.
Soak it in.
There's no Piltover. There's no Piltover, so like he's more limited when it comes to like pinging this Maokai right here. We're in a situation in which as soon as this sapling dies, my Maokai will level up, and now, and honestly, he's fucked. He's quite simply fucked. Because every turn he plays a card, he'll draw an extra card, which means he will mill himself extremely fast. And he can't utilize Twisted Fate's signature spell, because Twisted Fate is the only champion in his deck. He can't use his signature spell to bypass the mill. What could he have that... Okay.
Something for all of you.
And so I am the forest.
Alright. Good luck, have fun. It doesn't matter too much now if Maokai lives or dies.
Life starts small.
Okay.
Give them room to spread their leaves.
We don't want to kill Twisted Fate. We don't want to interact with Twisted Fate at all. Every time he plays a card, every time this man plays a card, he'll draw a card every turn. The first play, I mean. Which puts him on the clock. Quite simply puts him on the clock.
Don't touch it.
Alright.
All that glitters.
He doesn't have Fizz. I don't know what else he could have.
We will heal these isles.
There you go. not the quote I was hoping for, but we'll take it. So, very nice game one to start things off. Really always happy to showcase a matchup in which we hard counter Twisted Fate. That guy, at first I was like, okay, this is an original deck, but it was basically the guy trying to reinvent Twisted Fate Fizz by adding in Shurima, but it was basically the same concept with you know, some different cards because of the regions, right? But that was basically it. And we showcase why Maokai is such an amazing counter to Twisted Fate. Once we level up Maokai, Twisted Fate, when he levels up, becomes a liability. Especially when they're only running Twisted Fate as a champion, because, you know, pick a card is not a card that they can use to prevent self-mill at that point, because it'll draw them more. So it puts them in a checkmate position, and as long as we can stay alive for a couple of turns, we're good. And as you guys saw with the combination of Abyssal Eye and our AoE plus health gain effects, we were able to get to that point really easily. So, solid game one. We showcased Scarab quite a bit. Let's see if we can showcase him a little bit more. So, yeah, let's go for round two. Narcillion is playing Invoke, I assume. We got the Slaughter Dogs, the Sea Scarab, even the Dead Bloom Wanderer, but I don't think I'm gonna keep this, yeah. Yeah, this sounds good.
What's he doing over there?
want to play the Sea Scarab. I'm gonna attack first.
Bask in her radiant blessing.
And now we're gonna play the Slaughter Ducks. We want to play Slaughter Ducks as early as possible. He took whatever he took there really fast. Equinox would be annoying, but it would still be a 3-mana answer to a 2-mana unit. I would still get to keep the body. So, like I said, it would be annoying, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. It would slow down my game plan. But to be fair, I'm pondering here between going for.
These isles will be cleansed.
I'm gonna play Maokai.
We were peaceful once.
Give me the stuff! Stuff make happy!
No ruination this game. Maokai's up to 7. Alright. This Zoe is definitely a bit of a. It's becoming threatening at this point.
Protect our grove.
I want to play a Dead Bloom Wanderer as well, just for extra attack power. And I still want to challenge the Zoe, because I want my units to die. So I want to do this, I want to do this, and I want to do this.
We will resist.
Because I don't mind these trades, and it's very important for me to progress for Maokai's level up as well, you know?
We will be free.
Then we go for the Yedison. And we're deep.
As darkness falls, the moon rises.
I'm gonna be interested in going for a Lost Riches very, very soon.
Darkness heavy on their minds. Riddle me something cool.
I can utilize salvage in response to Crescendum. Yeah.
Give them room to grow tall. Grow strong.
Dude, where's my Nautilus at?
Life starts small. Bent on death.
Believe or burn.
Guide him, mother. Wheel turns. Day becomes night. Time to be colors.
Now I'm gonna play Lost in Reaches.
Blessings of the moon.
Yep. Because at this point, I'll be able to get treasures every single time, right? And this keel breaker.
Know your path when the mountain changes.
Give them room to spread their leaves.
Alright, so he's invoked once with this.
Let my stars guide all travelers onward.
I could probably play Treasure Trove. Probably should.
No doubt he sees to dogs in the hereafter.
I'm gonna pass. Alright, let's get to work. We have 5 cards in hand, which means we have the ability to fill up our hand with treasures. Show me the money! Show me the money, baby! Do we have a way to enable... We actually don't have a way to enable Orange Man. Well, that's... I mean, I guess the Slaughter Dogs works.
The charger is unyielding.
May as well.
Life starts small.
They will know.
Reconsider.
I'm gonna go for the attack now. He's down to no cards, which means he needs to shuffle something into his deck, right? I can go for another Lost Riches and get more treasures. The moment I play Nautilus, I'll get back all of my sea monsters that I tossed this game, by the way. So I am by no means in danger of milling myself.
Is this what you seek?
Reach out, Aphelios. Move short of the moon, brother.
We don't have to do anything. Like I'm just thinking about like if I should try to rush this this keel breaker, but there's no reason because if he has any sort of defense, he can protect him anyways. So Like, the reality is, I have only so many cards that I have to beat, right? Like, either he plays another Aphelios or it's over. Like, he plays another, you know, his Gifts from Beyond. Okay.
From darkness, light. Our path is fixed. Now, we must walk it.
Okay. You're still dead. You need to shuffle an Aphelios into your deck. There you go. And you need to do that every single time.
You are the weapon, brother.
Alright. It's time for the big guy. It's time for the big fella to come in and said, I've had enough
Night flowers upon my blade.
of this nonsense.
You will feast soon enough.
I am with you.
I'm gonna go for the Riptide onto the Immortal Fire, as I utilize the Withering Wail to clear that as well. So I'm not vulnerable to an Atrocity Lethal. The thing about next turn's attack is that he has to block Nautilus with a Fearsome unit, right? So by removing that Phoenix, he's gonna have to block with Aphelios. And the moment he loses this Aphelios,
They will know.
Do not stray.
I haven't played Atrocity. There's a bunch of spells I played though. I haven't played Vengeance either, right? I played Withering Wail, which would technically save him. He can, like, the thing is, he can Pale Cascade. We know one of those is my spell, one of those other cards is Aphelios, one of those other cards is the Phoenix, so he's got 3 cards that we don't know of. One of them could very easily be Atrocity. Unless he has this, plus Pale Cascade, plus Atrocity. Are you kidding me? Is that the case?
Aphelios, extend your hand.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I thought he had a Pale Cascade there. I was wide open. I was wide open. I have to play this. Treasure Cove, come on. Come on. Come on, give me something good. Come on, baby, show me the money. What the fuck is this shit? Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Okay.
Enough courage for our companions.
Ah, this is annoying. Oh, come on, dude. That's such horseshit.
Bring me tea to gain the strength of rivers.
Arm yourselves with holy sunlight.
The Isles will bloom again. And so, life springs anew.
This is the longest dragged out game I've ever had. Oh, I can't believe something as dumb as Spell Thief, something as silly as this, gets him the treasure. That's really, really obnoxious. Can't have anything else, right? Like, if you had Pale Cascade, you would have played it earlier for the win. Nice. Oof. Okay. Alright, let's go! Let's finally take it home! Oh my god, 1,000 years later! Forward! Oh! Ho, ho. There we go! Oh my god, man. That match was like, dude, it's 40 minutes and I'm 2 games in. The fuck is this? Oh my god, I've never had a game drag out like that. Oh my lord. Well, so much for today's video. I really want to showcase more of this deck though, man. I have to. Alright, we're not doing great on time, but we're gonna go for one more game as we phase, this time, the real Twist of Fate Fizz. Okay. Let's see if we can do something about this. Let's mulligan everything except for the Dredgers, as we are going to try to do our very best to get the curve that we desire. We see Maokai right here, which is really neat, as the main objective is to get the Maokai level up. That's how we beat this deck. Because we punish, like, we nullify their game plan. Like, if we take away card draw from this deck, we take away everything. That's why they can't play a slow game against us with Maokai. But that means we also have to be very, very clever with Maokai as well. Nice. I'm gonna play the Slaughter. I could have attacked first, but I'm gonna play the Slaughter Ducks immediately. Because the earlier I play the Slaughter Ducks, the better. Man, I really like the idea of double Slaughter Ducks. I don't have enough space to justify Maokai as of right now. I just realized that I almost misclicked there, cause yeah, this
Give me the stuff! Stuff make happy!
yeah, I don't need to play Maokai and risk him. I have enough to go deep here, and I'm gonna get these 2 sea monsters as well, which is huge. Okay, we don't get... That's not a good one. I guess we're in for a double. This made it the turn to go for Withering Whale.
Prime and ready.
Yep. Before this resolves, because once Fizz levels up, he'll be able to survive this. So we demand our opponent to have something. Oh, just lose a good portion of the board.
If you want to live.
Even though Burble Fishes could happen, he's only played 4 spells, so they're 2 mana each. Okay. Somebody's going face. Can't blame him. Oh, God. Alright.
Safety, disengage. Can you improve perfection?
Oh, was that a throw at my end?
Inferior design.
Man, out of the 2 that I needed, I think I jumped the gun there with TF Fizz.
Deal me in. Eyes open.
Man, I'm gonna lose to these elusives, aren't I? I can't do anything. I needed this to be anything else, like the deal 5 damage, or even the treasure, because with the treasure I could potentially find something. But I got the one that I didn't.
Safety, disengage.
Okay, that could be life saving. That could be life saving. Unless he top decks something like another suit up. Alright. Get them riches. Oh! 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 Oh my God, his hand! Rise us! It's funny how I get a 10-10 out of this, but it's just, it's nothing. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so let's think here for a second. Yeah, we know, we got the means here from Gifts from Beyond, because Gifts from Beyond can give us potentially an Infernum, which can allow us to surprise kill him. So let's do this.
Time's up, Bill Drat.
He has 2 cards in hand, but as long as it's not like double Mystic Shot, which is extremely unlikely because we saw 1 Mystic Shot earlier.
Now this game's heating up. Soak it in.
Oh man, that was a really weird game. For 1 second there, I was really upset because I was like 1 off from leveling up Maokai and I had no means to level him up, which is very bizarre with this deck because all I needed was like another copy of Maokai or anything that tosses, man, like a Yedison or something, and then I just automatically win there, right? Because if I'm able to get that level up earlier on, then I shut down the Twist of Fate. Generally speaking, that was a game in which I got to deep quickly, but I wasn't able to level up Maokai properly because I never put him on the board, and that's probably where I messed up. I should have probably prioritized them a little bit earlier, because if I level up Maokai earlier that game, then there's no way I lose. I don't even need that crazy RNG with the treasure, because he just starts drawing with his deck, and like more than half his deck draws, so he's gonna mill himself like super fast, right? We even have a 1-off of the box to counter those like crazy wiggly burblefish turns in which they set them up and go for mind meld, right? But I definitely jumped the gun with my Withering Whale. I think I played it a little bit earlier. I was playing around Fizz leveling up though, even though maybe I should have waited at least 1 turn maybe. But then again, if I let the Ignition resolve, then all they have to do is play 1 spell in response to my Withering Whale and they preserve the Fizz. So I don't, whether that was a misplay or not is debatable, right? But for the most part, we definitely highlighted the power of Lost Riches in this session. We finally got Treasure Trove to do something like really strong with that 0 mana Feel the Rush, man. That was the tits. And I was still in a precarious position because I was so low on health, so I was like, you know what? If I go for the Infernum on the Nautilus, then if he has enough cards, he can just get the gold card and stop my attack. So I'm gonna go for the Sickle on my Maokai instead, who's the 2nd strongest unit, so that I can 100% guarantee, even if I don't kill him that turn, I can clear his board, and I can guarantee back 11 health, right? And getting back 11 health, at the very least, if I don't manage to level up Maokai after the attack, because I was always going to attack him with him last, right? But if I level up Maokai, sorry, if I get 11 health back there, I'm at 15, and I cleared his entire board, and I'm like nothing away from leveling up Maokai, so the odds are we are pretty much set to go, right? I don't really see myself losing from that point onward, so that was what was going through my head. I kind of like wanted to share that because I was a bit silent because I was very concentrated because these games were really, they were very clunky, you know, they were weird. I just kept like not drawing a key piece in a specific moment, and it threw me off, and I had to like adapt and everything. But ultimately, I think we got some sick games today. I think even though it's only 3 and they're long as hell, they're definitely interesting at the very least. And that's basically where I'm going to end this video at. Leave a like for Espetos. You know, go to Malaga and have some good old sardinas next to the beach. Even though this looks absolutely nothing like an Espeto, but yeah, whatever. Love ya. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. I do post a new deck every single day. Have a soul day. I'll see you guys tomorrow.